Alright, here go again, Mitch, the ultimate multi-instrumentalist. Finally, I was able to say it. Talking about the oboe. So, in this video, I like to talk about half hole again. In the previous videos, I talked about how the octave overblowing system works on oboe. I'd like to just focus on the half hole, going to the half hole, getting out of half hole, all that. Because this is C, and C to D. You have to do this awkward movement. So these fingers coming down is okay. Okay. But this hand, not only putting these two fingers down, but also you have to do that all at the same time. Doesn't it seem like a lot of work? I think it is. So let me show you. And so if you can coordinate these fingers, so if my right and left hand is too quick, then you're going to hear that the high squeak in between. Because this fingering is like high C sharp. High C sharp that you haven't learned yet. And then if these are too soon, do you see that? That is a little bit better than, at least it doesn't squeak, but still not ideal, right? So we oboe players actually practice that kind of thing, and then that's probably one of the first thing that goes if you don't play for a couple days. So if your students have hard time with that, they should, and we all do. So just be patient about that, okay? But still, now here's a bad example though. A lot of the students who come to college where I teach and who had never taken any private lessons in the past sometimes have a very bad habit, which is lifting this finger up and then replace it like that instead of sliding it back and forth. So doing that. And when you open, they a lot of cases they're okay, but when they close back up, that's where they want to lift up. A lot of cases, I've seen some students who actually lift it up and then replace no matter what. That's actually a very bad habit, and very bad habit to break too. So let me show you. So I don't know if I can do that. Wow, gosh, it's very difficult if you think about it. But then coming back from D to C, they do. So that is a bad habit, okay? So when you close it, you shouldn't lift it up. So still just a slide and roll too somehow. Some people say just roll, and some people say always a slide. I think I'm doing them both. But one way or another, you really need to clearly open that hole. Otherwise, it doesn't overblow an octave very smoothly. Okay. Let's see. And then also, particularly when you go from like a C to D, what the students oftentimes... Oh, and on the way back too, from D to C too. What I have observed so far is many students actually have a tendency to stop their air because there's some ugly thing going on if you can't coordinate your fingers. So in order to avoid that ugly sound, they just back off their air, stop their air. Now that is a very bad habit because with oboe, you almost never do that. We just constantly pumping the air into the instrument. Okay, and that's how you can actually make a beautiful phrases. So air should not stop like that right in the middle of the movement of the notes. So discourage from your students to do that. Okay, so always push through. Then coming back. Then this middle C, this two finger C. That is a nasty note. That's a very open, very raw sounding note, right? And that's probably one of the worst note on the conservatory system oboe. And so students are very afraid of the actually, D being a relatively kind of covered tone quality. So it goes like going, so that's kind of what they feel. So that's what they're afraid of as well. But still, I really prefer to encourage my students to push through the air between those two notes. Otherwise, it doesn't slur well, and it just like it sounds like somebody's like that. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds like if somebody's just having a glottal stop or something, and every few words, and it just doesn't sound pretty. It doesn't sound like a phrase. So and then there are a few methods of darkening up that middle C. I'm not going to talk about that. It's the more advanced technique. And certainly that it actually involves more embouchure. So we're not going to talk about that right now. Okay? So that's that about the half hole. Hopefully that was helpful. All right, here's the Mitch, the ultimate multi-instrumentalist. Okay. Signing off. Bye-bye.